Acts 21, we have Paul, or Saul, as some of you know as. Most people call him Paul. And it talks about how he went back to Jerusalem, and there's a little bit of a quarrel because of the Torah. There's a little bit of a problem because the Pharisees of those days were telling the people that were converted, the people he went over and he went and told the Torah to, and that were willing to change their lives for Yah, he told them that they don't need to be oppressed. They do not need to oppress the people that are changing. He told us, the Pharisees, you don't need to oppress them by telling them they need to be circumcised right away. They can't follow Torah unless they're circumcised. And yes, circumcision is part of the covenant, but he was telling them that they can do it during their process. They don't have to go right away. They can become part of Yah. They can start following Shabbat and keeping the days. And here we read in verse 19, it says, "And when he saluted them, he declared particularly what things Elohim had wrought among the other nations by his ministry." So he gets there, he talks to their people, and when they heard it, they glorified Yah and said unto him, "You see, brother, how many thousands of Yehudim there are which believe, and they are all zealous of the law." And that law, back in the original version of this, a version before this, actually said the Torah. So I don't know why he's changing it, why the people of Sefer are changing the law in Torah, because in the other version it actually says they're zealous of the Torah, and he talks about how things are changed. So here we go. In 21 he goes, "And they are informed of you that you teach all the Yehudim which are among the other nations to forsake Moshe, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after the customs." And before that, it said walk after the Torah. So there are a lot of changed things in this. But in the other version, which we have on our, I believe, a community post, if you guys want to see that, the original version, it talks about how the Torah is here. It says you were going against the Torah, and that wasn't so. He was just saying that they don't need to oppress people, because the Pharisees did not want other people that were outside of the Torah or outside of their Jewish religion, because that is actually in their Talmud, not to let a person outside of the Jewish religion join their thing. And so he said, no, that's not true, that's not right, you must leave them alone. They are going to circumcise themselves, they are going to change their ways. It's like it's not worth making an argument over, because they are trying to change their law for Yahuwah. They're trying to change their life for Yahuwah. So that was the thing, they still kept the Torah back then.